YouTube. Welcome back to Divine Order. B is B, and the message today is going to be like messages from our ancestors. I'm going to use the Talking Drum Ancestral Spread out of the African Goddess Rising Oracle. And I started this reading already, y'all, and I had the numbers mixed up, but I started to still go ahead and do the reading and just, right my wrongs, right? Correct my mistakes. But I thought, no, I wanted to be real. I should just keep going and just clarify where I messed up at. And then my phone ran out of memory. So I ended up having to, I feel like I need to start over anyway. So that's what I'm doing. That's why the cards are already out. Okay, so card one, which is Sashay, okay, that's going to represent Grand Rising. So you're going to say, this is you saying Grand Rising, right? Who are you, great ancestor? Okay, this is your great ancestor. Card two is what does your ancestor need from you? Card three is what ancestral patterns do you need to be aware of? Card four is where are you blocked? Card five is how can you evolve? No, see, and that's what I did the first time. The first time I had 3 and 4 mixed up. I did 3 and 4 when it was actually 3, 4. So how the spread goes is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So 5 is actually my odds. How can you evolve? And then 6, what does your ancestor most want you to know? Okay. Okay, we're gonna get it right. And then now the song in my head is get it right, get it right, get it tight. That old song. Get it right, get it right, get it tight. Okay, so Grand Rising. Who are you, great ancestor? We have Sashay, which is the grounding. She represents grounding. There's 3. Okay, so Sashay is the goddess of grounding. The temple is ancestor, so you have an ancestor card representing your ancestor. The ancestors in this goddess deck are defined historical figures. The temple of ancestors governs our basic survival needs, radiates energetically with the color red, and I want to show y'all again because I did the first time that I'm wearing red. That's crazy. And physically aligns with your tailbone area and lower body. The element is bush. So bush energy is physical, primal, tactile, and grounded. Okay. And it also represents plants. Okay. You may know great ancestress Sashay as Sarji or Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as the Hottentot Venus in 19th century London. But before that, she was Sashay, a cocoon girl in South Africa who deserved better. Her guidance is protect your magic, your heart is your own, your body is your own, your mind is yours, your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth, create healthy boundaries. Embodiment is your energy is unsteady. Breathe. Come into the present. Say out loud, I'm here. Trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing, connecting your feet to soil, free riding, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. And the declaration is, I'm firmly planted and deeply rooted. Okay, so that's your ancestor. There's deep roots and meditation. Like your ancestors are very grounded. They're grounded. Your great ancestor is Sashay, Sarah Bartman. Historic. historic ancestor. Okay. So that's your ancestor. Okay. This is what your ancestor needs from you. Okay. And this is Queen Mother Nanny, and she represents liberation. 37. So Queen Mother Nanny is the goddess of liberation. The temple is Queens. So the queens in this goddess deck are insightful historic rulers. The temple of queens aligns with your third eye, and their energetic color frequencies are indigo and purple. And yeah, I really like purple. Just want to throw that out there. So what does your ancestor need from you? Oh, the element is fire. Let me get you the element. Okay, so fire energy is determined strong, transformational, and radiant. So you have radiant energy. So your ancestor needs radiant energy from you. Okay. Queen Mother Nanny of the Maroons was a spiritual leader, military strategist, and revolutionary. This Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped to lead rebellions. Nanny helped to free over 800 enslaved people. Her guidance is break free. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up. So she needs you to be free. Break free if you're not already free. Okay? You hold your dreams, hold power and keys to this freedom. Okay? You are freedom. So the ancestors want you to rise up. Okay? That's what they want you to do. Rise up. So 3 is Oya, Storm. So what ancestral patterns do you need to be aware of? That's 13. Okay, so Oya is the goddess of storms from Yoruba, Nigeria. The temple is warriors. Our warrior goddesses stand on the front lines of true internal power. The temple of warriors radiates energetically with the color yellow and aligns physically with your solar plexus. Y'all see that? How that was turned? Okay, I'm leave it alone. Okay, so your solar plexus being aligned is a pattern that you need to be aware of. So you need to make sure your solar plexus is always aligned as much as possible. This is associated with inner peace, personal power, self-confidence, self-worth, self-acceptance, and trusting and accepting your gut feelings. Okay? So having high self-esteem is very important, and relating to the world around you is very important. Okay. The element is water. So water energy is fluid, emotional, intuitive, and cleansing. So you could keep your solar plexus chakra aligned by staying cleansed, like cleansing. Continue to cleanse as often as possible. And I keep citron around. Yellow. I wear yellow. Keep lemons around. I don't even know. Anyway, okay, so yeah, patterns you need to be aware of is making sure you're cleansing your solar plexus chakra and keeping it aligned as much as possible. Okay. Wielding her powerful sword of truth, Oya is the Yoruba goddess of storms, wind, and lightning. Storms bring shift, rapid and uncontrollable change, and at times chaos. Her guidance is the winds of change are emotion. You need to be aware of change because it's happening for a reason. You may feel like things are all over the place, but it's for a reason. They want you to change. Your ancestors are moving you to change something. You've been in your comfort zone too long. Into every life, a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old. Sometimes change moves slowly, at other times change is swift. Yeah, so you need to be aware of change. Like they're trying to, your ancestors are wanting you to change something. You may be comfortable in that you need to get out of. Yeah. So they may cause a storm to get you to move around. Okay. So what would you like to change? If you're not actively changing it, you are choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayals, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice self-compassion. So the declaration is, I make shift happen. Yeah. So let's start going a little haywire in your life. It's because you need to change something. Something you need to change. Maybe people you're around, what you're accepting. Something. Stop thinking about people that ain't treating you right. Stop giving them your energy, because you're thinking about them is giving them your energy. Don't do that. When you're gonna stay depressed, down, gonna have low self. Don't do that. See, I don't even want to speak that, because that ain't even. Moving right on along. So it's card 4. Where are you blocked? And we have Mame Kumba Bang. This is the speak up card. So let's see. Number 33. So this is the goddess of speaking up from Senegal. The temple is Griot's. Griot is a storyteller and historian entrusted with cultural continuity. The temple of Griot physically aligns with your voice, throat, and ears, and their energetic color radiates blue. Alright? The element is water. So, water energy is fluid, emotional, intuitive, and cleansing. Mame Kumba Bang, I don't know if it's Mommy or Mame Kumba Bang, protects the mouth of the Senegal River. When making an offering to her, you must not speak to anyone else, coming or going. Sing for her, chant for her, call to her. Give Goddess Kumba your voice and she'll be happy. Okay. So your blockages are in your offerings, I'm guessing. Like you gotta make sure you're giving offerings and you're doing it the right way. So, oh, you know what? No, your blockages are speaking. Okay, so Goddess Kumba Bang's guidance is speak up, speak out, speak on it. You have a right to be heard. So your blockages are in your speaking, like you're holding back in some type of messages. So body and Adi. That's crazy. I don't know. Embodiment. You are betraying yourself by not speaking up. Your words have power. Own your voice, as the old saying goes. Stand up for something or fall for anything. Being neutral is not an option. So that's a blockage for you. If you're trying to be neutral, it's no way. It's not an option for you. You're not a neutral energy. Like your words hold power. Everybody's words don't hold power. Yours does. So it's impossible for you to try to be neutral. So stop that. That's where you're blocked. When you stand firmly in your truth, you have thoughts, opinions, beliefs, and convictions. So don't try to hold back your thoughts. Don't try to be neutral in your thoughts. Don't try to be neutral in your opinions. Don't try to be neutral in your beliefs. Don't try to be neutral in your convictions, because it's not going to work out for you. It's a blockage. You're blocked doing that. Okay, so what do you stand for? Tell someone today. The declaration is, I reclaim my voice, I speak out and speak up. Okay? So that's where you're blocked is when it comes to speaking. You need to just go ahead and stop trying to be, I'm just not going to say nothing, or I'm going to minimize what I really feel so I don't hurt the next person. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's not going to work for you. 5. How can you evolve? And we have Ma'at, which is the goddess of giving and receiving from Egypt. Oh, how can you evolve? Egypt. Okay. Temple is conjurers. So these goddess sorceresses wield the power of creation and magical transmutation. Their energetic frequency is orange, and this temple physically aligns with their reproductive organs. Yes, and that's like sacral chakra energy type. Reproductive. Okay. How can you evolve? You can evolve by keeping your sacral chakra in alignment. That's one thing. Oh, and you. So the sacral chakra is associated with sexuality, sensuality, mentoring, and honoring and nourishing yourself. The personal growth areas are change and creativity. So you can evolve by changing, okay, being open to change and expressing creativity. When it comes to sexuality, sensuality, you can't really engage in that, okay? If you want to evolve, you got to get out of the sexual energy, or keep the sexual energy aligned with your purpose. Yeah, you got to honor yourself and nourish yourself. So you got to be careful who you're linking up with. Bottom line, okay, so element is air. So air energy is intentional, intelligent, connected, and underestimated. Yeah, okay. People don't know how powerful you are, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. So how can you evolve? Reset your harmonic balance. You are out of alignment. The sacred scales command you to give and receive. If you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, you are stuck in martyrdom and out of alignment. So you're either giving too much and not allowing yourself to receive, or you're receiving too much and not allowing yourself to give. One or the other. And how you can evolve is by balancing this out. Reset your harmonic balance. So Goddess Ma'at represents alignment, truth, and balance. Her name means order, as her father, the Egyptian sun god Ra, rose out of the chaos and put her in charge of divine justice. So the embodiment is giving and receiving is spiritual law and spell work. Give time, money, service, resources, and good vibes. If you are a generous giver, cultivate a practice of receiving. Receiving is a sacred feminine principle that makes many uncomfortable. Receiving compliments, that's so funny. I used to have a problem with receiving compliments. Like, if somebody was like, oh yeah, you look good today, you look pretty, I'd be like, oh, you crazy, stop, acting all shy, like, and instead of just saying thank you, I appreciate the compliment, I would be like, no, don't, I would run from that type of stuff, because I didn't want the attention. Honestly, I did. I really didn't. I didn't like competition at all. So if somebody's giving somebody compliments, like, sometimes you can't help but notice other people, like, oh, they want to do better than you. Anyway, receive compliments, joy, support, pleasure, friendship, money, and love. They are all the same to spirit. The declaration is, I give easily and freely. I receive freely and easily. Okay? So you can evolve by balancing out giving and receiving. Don't be out here giving too much and not getting nothing back, and don't be out here, taking and not giving nothing back. Okay? Alright, so 6 is, what does your ancestor most want you to know? And we got sequoiant scarcity. So that's 21. Shadow of scarcity. They most want you to know You have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Be grateful for your riches, okay? But let's go back and talk about what temple this temple represents shadows, okay? So the shadows represent your greatest fears and the dark feminine with ominous creatures and monster goddesses of the African diaspora. The secret of the shadow self is that so-called monsters often have our greatest gifts. Their energy vibrates iridescent white. Okay. The element is air. Air energy is intentional, intelligent, connected, and underestimated. Okay? So your shadow side is being underestimated, I'm guessing. I don't know. So beauty by day. Hold on. What does your ancestor most want you to know? Beauty by day and hag by night. The sequoia is an energy vampire. So you're around an energy vampire is what they want you to know. Somebody in the shadows. Somebody you don't know about is siphoning your energy. Also known throughout the diaspora as old heg or boo hag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires there's never enough to go around. So pay attention to who's around you. That feels like no matter what, it's just whatever they have is never enough. They're always looking for more all the time. They want you to pick up on this energy because a person that's never satisfied will go through desperate measures to get what they want, even if that means taking your energy or whatever from you. Okay? Yeah. I gave y'all the guidance, which was, for you to realize what you have. Don't just be hanging out with people because you feel like, you have to, or you want a good time, or you love certain people, or don't reach out and hang out with people for a gain in any type of way. Like, you don't need to be around people to feel joy, love, good time, all that. You got that within yourself. Like, be careful who you hanging out with. Embodiment. Stop going to the ocean asking for a thimble full of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow, more than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. This is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? The declaration is, my blessings always overflow. So just be thankful for what you have right now, and always feel like you have enough, and you will have enough, because you manifest your thoughts. Okay, so let's get a few angel numbers. Just a few. 828. So combination of the influences and energies of both 8 and 2, establishing balance and harmony in your life, manifestation of abundance and wealth in your life. Good, yeah. The best way to manifest is to believe you have what you need already. Even if you really don't, you believe that you do, and you will have it. 929. Trust and freedom, purging anything and everything that's unaligned with your truest, highest self. Finding your true source of happiness and awakening of primal kundalini energy within your body. 949. Tolerance. Your life is under the protection of angels. The divine realm is ready to pour its blessings into your life. 525. You must force yourself to be disciplined. That is the only option. Yeah, so if you're used to being like somebody that needs to be around other people to feel happy and all that, like, you need to discipline yourself when it comes to that. And then that's when you're going to get all of what it is you really truly desire. But it's not going to come until, you really discipline yourself, okay? So your oracle message is your imagination is a legitimate source of knowledge and meaning. Believe. Okay? Yeah, you need to believe. Somebody is not really, or they need to work on believing in themselves more. All right, y'all. That's the message. I hope you liked it. I'll see you guys another time. Listen.